Hello. Let's look at solving two-step inequalities. This is the summary side of lesson 8.4. When it comes to inequalities, remember the one most important thing. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the sign. I say it again. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the sign. It's what's going to catch you. Doesn't deal with addition or subtraction. It's the multiplication or division. If you do either of those by a negative number, you've got to flip the sign. All right. So I'm not going to really go through this top summary. I'm going to jump into the problem down here. The summary says pretty much as we walk through, and it's a good thing for you. So this one says a cross-country racer travels 20 kilometers before she realizes she has to cover at least 75 kilometers in order to qualify for the next race. If the racer travels at a rate of 10 kilometers per hour, how many whole hours will it take her to reach the 75 kilometer mark? So this is a little weird because we're looking for whole hours, right? But we'll deal with that one. So let's look at stuff. She's already gone 20 kilometers. That's her starting amount. She's got to go at least 75 kilometers. That's the goal. She's got to get there at least 75 kilometers. So she's got to hit greater than or equal to 75 kilometers. And the last thing we got is she's running at 10 kilometers per hour. Per is our indication that we need a variable. So 10h. So let's look. So 20 plus 10h is greater than or equal to 75 kilometers. So we don't care. We just want to know how many whole hours it'll take her to get there. I don't have enough room here, so I'm going to cheat and use a sticky note so I have space to do this, and I'm going to lay out my problem. So 20 plus 10h greater than or equal to 75. I'm going to draw my line just like I did for the equations. Whoa, that was a quick curly line. And I'm going to look for addition and subtraction on the side with the variable. So here I've got 20. The opposite is negative 20, so I'm going to subtract 20, and I'm going to do it to both sides. Don't want to have any screaming toddlers on my hands. These go away. I bring down the 10h. That's greater than or equal to 75 minus 20 is 55. So I divide by the coefficient. That's the number with the variable. Well, that's a terrible 5. Oh well. 10. These go away. I get h is greater than or equal to 5.5. Now it wants whole hours, right? So this is one of those few times where I've got to look at this. I'm going to round up. So how many whole hours? It's 6. This right here is a rational number. It wants whole, so 6. So down here, oops, I'm going to put h is greater than or equal to 6 hours. All right, that one just required a little bit of interpretation, but we can do that. Let's look down at this one. It says many solutions are possible. We're going to look at a possibility. Again, you got this here. You can read that and it'll help you, but I'm just going to go right to the problem. It says Alyssa has $75 worth of birdseed, which she will put into small bags. She will sell each bag for $7. What's the greatest number of bags she must sell in order to have no less than $10 worth of birdseed left over? So she wants to have $10 left of birdseed. So no less than. So the smallest possible amount is $10, and it's an equals because it can be equals or she could have something more. So she starts out with $75. She's going to subtract some bags, and each one's going to sell 7 for $7. So I'm going to use $7B. So down here we do it. So 75 bags minus 7B, so minus $75 worth minus $7 per bag has to be greater than or equal to $10. This is the key right here. When I get done, I'm going to be dividing by a negative number. That means eventually I'm going to have to flip that sign. Keep that in mind. Now I'm going to do the work over here. So I type 75 minus 7B greater than or equal to 10. I draw my line. First, to take care of my addition and subtraction, so minus 75 from this side. This is the side with the variable. I'm going to leave it there. I subtract 75 from this side. Those go away. I bring down the negative 7b. Don't be dropping your negatives. Here, 10 minus 75. 75 is the farthest from 0, so I keep that sign and subtract the other. So 75 minus 10 is a negative 65. Now, look at this. I'm going to be dividing, and I'm going to be dividing by a negative number. So to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is flip that sign before I even go over here and write it. So negative 7. So now this goes away. 65 divided by 7 is 9, plus a little bit left. 9 times 7 is 63. So 9 point, and I got 20, which is going to take me 1. So, but here we're looking for a whole number. We can't sell part of a bag, so I can stop right here because my next doesn't really matter. I can't sell a portion of a bag. So B, the bags must be less than or equal to $9 bags. So she can sell 9 bags or less and still have $10 left over. Well, I hope that helped. Oh, I forgot to draw something, didn't I? Haha! I forgot to draw something. Let's draw a flower. Flowers are so pretty. If you get really bored, you can color the flower. Put a little leaf. Leave it alone. Okay, now I drew a flower. I'm so proud of myself. Thanks again.